I still work in industry every other Saturday. Main reason is I want to keep my skills fresh on the shop floor. I feel that the students respond to you a little bit more. I think if they know that you're still in industry, they know that you know what's going on out there, like fashion-wise, especially with colours and styles and things. I worked for quite a big chain of hairdressers, and I used to do all the training with the apprentices in the salon, and the first thing I noticed when I came and taught in a college is you need to take a little bit of a step back. And when you're working with full-time learners, obviously they're not on the shop floor all the time, 7 days a week. So I found that it was better to break things down into smaller pieces so they had bite-sized amounts of information rather than giving it to them all in one go. What students often find difficult when they're doing hairdressing or barbering is angles when you're cutting hair. So traditionally the way that it's taught is theory used to be front-loaded, so they'd spend various amount of weeks in classrooms writing down, doing PowerPoints, you know, this angle is this way, that angle is that way. I found it works with my students better if I build some of the theory into the practical workshop. Some students don't get angles, they don't get angles at all, so what I get them to do is they draw it on the mirror with a pen so they can see what direction they've got to go in, or even things like you say, right up to the ceiling, out to the window, down to the floor. If they can visualise a shape, that makes it a lot easier for them rather than talking sort of 45 degrees, 90 degrees sometimes. Barbering, everybody wants to cut first. That is what I teach first because I think that's the most important thing as a barber. You need to be able to cut well. And hairdressing, we tend to do the styling first and then the cutting and then the colouring, just because there's so much more to teach in hairdressing. It's better to get them off with a bit more basic knowledge because there's a lot more science involved. We really encourage students to get work experience if they're on a full-time course. Even my adult learners that have that come in one evening a week, I suggest to them, you know, get out there, even if it's just a couple of hours a week. It's really good for them to go out and get the experience, what it's like to be out there, so they're ready for it when they leave college.